It is very hot. Welcome back. I hope some of you have actually done another class of this, or you've maybe been to all the classes. Please write in the comments if you want to say hi now or during or at the end. Let me know. Reminder, my name is Charlie. I am a mental health therapist and also a yoga therapy teacher. So I work with the MoreMind community where we offer courses on mental health. There's one live at the moment. My course is going to be live at the beginning of October, so look out for that or message me if you're interested. This class, if you're new to it, is elemental yoga therapy. So we apply the 5 elements that is used in Eastern medicine to our mental and our physical health. So to help us build a resilience and a strength in our minds and our physical bodies through the practice of yoga, pranayama, and then also applying neuroscience. So I studied neuroscience and psychology, so I kind of bring those elements into the class. So the class itself is often a little bit slower. Today is actually a fire practice, but it's obviously very hot. So I'm going to focus more on specific movements that kind of get into the areas of the body that work on the fire element, but we're not going to do the traditional kind of faster flows because it's hot. So those that have come, we've done earth, water, we did air, and now we're doing fire. So, and then next week will be spirit or space, sometimes it's called. So fire is, again, if you're new, I do a little bit of talking at the beginning just for us to kind of ground and get into the energy of the class. So find a comfortable seat. While I'm talking at the end in our Shavasana, it can be quite nice to have some pillows underneath your back because fire is a heart opener practice. So if you've got access to some pillows, just grab them now while I'm talking. So reminder, I'm Charlie and nice to meet you all. So fire energy is all about this kind of exuberant energy, kind of is what it says in the tin. It's our creativity, it's our inner power, it's our ability to kind of be in our sort of open spring and summer self where we feel kind of playful and fun. So with every element and with everything in our mental and physical health, it's all about balance. So we don't want to live at the extremes. So when you're out of balance, it's when you live at the extremes. So just to talk a bit about the qualities that we're going to apply today. At one end of the fire energy, you have this kind of destructiveness. You feel like you start to kind of destruct elements of your life. You feel overexcited, this big desire to kind of do things that give you pleasure. This looking for euphoria, that's kind of down one end. And you feel a little bit kind of taken over by your own power, your own strength. If you're out of balance down the other end, it's quite obvious. You feel bored, you lack, easily disempowered, you lack creativity, you feel easily exhausted and tired, and you feel quite weak. So if you feel at either ends of those spectrum, you can use this type of practice to come back into balance. So moving into the fire practice. So let's get started. So come to a comfortable seat. We will start in a meditation-like position. So just come to a cross-legged position. And just relax your hands on the backs of your knees, the tops of your knees, the backs of your hands. Just roll your shoulders a couple of times. Allow your spine to lift nice and tall. Try not to tighten your belly too much. Let your belly be soft. And let's just relax the shoulders. Let them just drop away from the ears. Have a nice distance between the chin and the chest. And then lower your gaze. Allow your body to settle in. You've probably been working this morning. So let's just allow ourselves, our minds and our bodies to really tune in, kind of land and arrive into the class. If you're ready, close your eyes for me. And I want you to look inside. Look inside of your qualities, your emotions, your mental read on how your day is going. What's the weather like inside? What is the flavor of your emotions this morning, today, this lunchtime? Tap into that. Just take some moments to actually stop and think. What is the weather like for you? What is the flavor of those emotions? Don't judge it if it's been a difficult or stressful day. Let's just sit with that. Let's embrace how our mood is. Try to be still in the body with the eyes closed and just really think about and try to add some flavor, some words to your mood. Think about how you're feeling. We need to get into this reflection element of the brain. These neural pathways from the forehead to the crown of the head is where we build this later in life resilience to get through difficult times. So to do that, we have to practice. We have to practice tuning in and understanding. It's our feeling literacy. So really kind of trying to understand how you're feeling in this moment. If you want to keep thinking about it, or you just want to allow those thoughts and emotions to just buzz around the mind, and just start to focus on your breath now. So start to deepen the breath coming in and coming out. Coming in and coming out. Breathing nice and deep. And breathing out. If you're feeling quite hot, you can take your exhale through your mouth and your inhale through your nose. And at any point during the practice, during the movement part that we're soon to come into, you can breathe out through the mouth at any point. Just keep your breath, keep your eyes closed for a few more moments. I just want you to tap into the element and the energy of fire. So we all have moods, we all have variations in how we are in our lives at different times, different moments, different seasons. I just want you to think about what is your kind of fire energy. What do you desire? What is your version of creativity? What is your version of performance? When do you feel like you're in your kind of performing best self? How do you celebrate? Let's take a deep breath in for me. Open the mouth, let it go. Bring your hands to heart center, keep the eyes closed, push the hands together, thumbs at the heart space. Just trust in the process. Allow your body and your mind to get something out of this practice as we move through our bodies. Open your eyes, take a big breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Good. We're going to connect movement with breath. You take your arms wide, inhale. You flip your palms, exhale down. Flip your palms up, inhale. Exhale, flip them, come down, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Good, we're connecting movement with breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. I'm going to invite you to speed this up depending on how hot you are. So fire is kind of really getting into the body. You can see the speed that I'm taking, but your breath needs to go with it. So be careful because obviously you're raising your heart rate as you speed up your breath. So we have in, out, in, out, in, out. You can go faster, you can go slower. You get the shoulder muscles working now. A lot of the meridians, if you understand meridians, which is kind of acupressure, Eastern medicine, for the heart and the fire energies, they are in our arms. So we're really getting that strength building through the arms, through the shoulders, kind of connecting. You can start to feel it. Breathe. Good. Let's slow it down. In, out, in. You can do it. Out, in. Hands together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's take a little break with the shoulders. 2 breaths. 1, Out 1. In 2. Out 2. Extend your arms out to the sides. Good. So our hands and our arms are believed to be an extension of our heart. So they allow us to come into that love element of our bodies. How we give ourselves to others. Try and keep your shoulders relaxed. Holding them here is building that energy. You're going to rock from side to side. Try and get into the sides of the body. Maybe a little bit into the neck. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Good. We're going to take some heart openers before we come onto our hands and knees. Take your hands onto your hips. Fingers forward, thumbs back. Elbows are kind of out, but they're going to move as you open your chest. Inhale, push your chest forward, look up, elbows back. Exhale, squeeze the belly in, tuck the chin, elbows forward. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Forward, back. Some of you might like to put the hands on the knees. That can allow you to get into it a bit more. So your hands come onto the knees and you push the chest forward and back. So you're just rippling through the chest, trying to really open the heart. Focus on the inhale as you open the chest. 2 more. Good. We're igniting energy into the body. Release. Come onto all fours for me. So into your table position. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Have your knees hip distance underneath your hips. Lengthen your back. So look at your thumbs, in between your thumbs. Shoulders away from ears. Squeeze your belly in. This should be an active pose. We're going to take 3 cat-cows. So inhale, drop your belly, shoulders back, look up. Exhale, squeeze your belly in, push the ground away, look through the thighs. Inhale, ripple through the spine, look up. Exhale, squeeze it all in, look through the thighs. Inhale, belly down. Exhale, squeeze it in. Good, flat back. A lot of core is involved in fire, okay? So we're going to take it steady due to the heat if you're in London with me. Tuck your toes. Now lengthen through your back as much as you can. Activate your hand muscles. You're going to lift your knees about 3 inches off the floor without dropping your belly. So you have to squeeze everything in. We're firing up the core. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more inhale. Exhale, drop the knees. Good, release the feet. You're going to step your right foot in between your hands. So just lift up your right hand and get your right foot in between your hands. Then push your hips forward a little bit without allowing your knee to go further forward than your toe. You're going to ground your left hand and take your right arm to the sky as you look to your right thumb. So a lot of twists are involved in a fire practice. We're really trying to open the chest here, so try to extend your heart to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, bring the right hand down, take the right leg back and change sides. Left leg forward, really push into those hips, ground through the right hand, lift the left arm to the sky, look to the left thumb, inhale. Exhale, good. 1 more, open your chest. Exhale, take it back. We're going to take our first down dog. Spread the fingers wide, tuck your toes, peel your hips to the sky. Good, inhale. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. Okay, we're going to step the right foot in between the hands. Take your time, just like we did, but this time the back knee is lifted. Then you're going to reach your arms to the sky, breathing in. And then bring your hands to heart center, breathing out. Back heel is lifted. We're going to take a twist to the right. So you hook your left elbow onto the outside edge of the right thigh. You bring your hands to your heart center in prayer, and you open your chest as you look over your right shoulder. Nice deep bend in that right leg. Good. Getting into the core, getting into the obliques. Breathing nice and strong. 1 more breath. Arms to the sky, inhale. And then step it back to a downward dog. Hands to the floor, step it back. Good. Take 1 breath in, down dog. And 1 breath out. We're going to take a high plank. Again, coming into the core. So building a little bit of heat. Those of you that want to drop the knees to take it a little bit easier, you can drop the knees. You've got 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Good. Inhale, 1. Open the mouth, exhale. Good. Look forward, step your left foot in between the hands. Take the time that you need, and then reach your arms to the sky. Come into your lunge, inhale. Hands to heart center, exhale. Twist to the left, hook your right elbow. Squeeze your hands to your heart. Keep your nice deep bend. Look over your left shoulder. Good. You've got it. Squeeze that belly in. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Nice. Arms to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Plant the hands down. Step the left foot back. 3 breaths in down dog. If you want a child's pose, you can. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Stay with your breath. It's hot. Inhale, look to the hands and then walk your feet to the top of the mat. Forward fold and hang down at the top of your mat. Let the head be heavy. Really allow any of the stress to kind of drain out of the back, the spine. Maybe swing from side to side if that feels good. Be grateful for moving your body, really building this resilience in the physical and the mental body. Let's slowly come to standing in 3, in 2, in 1. Arms to the sky, inhale. Hands to heart center, exhale. We're going to hold in mountain with our hands together. Now in your prayer, normally the hands are at this kind of angle. I want you to slide your hands down so your forearms, if possible, are parallel to the floor. Then squeeze in your belly and make this an active mountain pose. So in yoga therapy, we try to activate the muscles and the acupressure points rather than just powering through a practice. So this should be quite intense. You should grip the floor with your big toes. You should squeeze your thighs. Activate your core. Shoulders down. Good. Really squeeze your hands together. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Big breath in. And a big breath out. Good. We're going to take a little flow. Arms to the sky. Inhale. Hands forward as you forward fold. Lead with the heart. Take a halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Let's take a high plank. So step back, find your high plank. Remember, you can drop your knees if you need to. We're going to take 3 breaths once again to activate the core. 1. Exhale, 1. 2. Exhale, 2. 3. Exhale, 3. Option for a chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale forward. Exhale, lower through to the ground. Take your up dog, open your heart or your cobra, and then take your downward dog or your child's pose. 2 breaths. Inhale, 1. Exhale, 1. Inhale, 2. Exhale, 2. Good. Drop your knees, then sit your torso up. Lift onto your knees as your hips come in line with your knees. Tuck your toes, make sure your feet are in line with your knees. Take your hands into your imaginary back pockets. Squeeze your glutes and push your thighs, your quads as far forward as possible. Squeeze your elbows together and open your chest. So we don't want to get too much of a twinging in the lower back. So we want to really engage the glutes and really push the thighs forward. If you feel like you can go further, take your hands to your heels and then open your chest a little bit more, but keep focusing on squeezing the glutes to lengthen the lower back. You've got 5 breaths here, so heart opener. Really allowing ourselves to receive that kind of loving energy, getting into, if you feel like you've lost it, we all have that creativity inside of us. We all have that ability to feel excited. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more. You can open the throat if you want to. 1 more. Good. Keep your hands on your heels as you sit your bum to your heels. Bring your head to the floor. Release your toes. Take a little rabbit pose, so child's pose. Rock your head from side to side. Just tune in, just relax. Use yoga for these little balances between strengthening and stretching, between effort and relaxation. So just try to tune into your body. Give yourself a bit of a break. Find that strong breath. Really nice, solid breathing. Good. Lift your head, reach your arms forward, spread your fingers wide, and then come to down dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to the sky. We're going to take some rivers. So this is where we move fluidly between a high plank and a down dog. So you inhale, ripple through the spine towards a high plank. Exhale, drop the knees, push back. Inhale through to high plank. Exhale, drop the knees, push the ground away. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. 2 more. Forward and back. Forward and back. Come to high plank. We hold it once again. So fire is a lot about core, the center, twisting. Remember, you can drop the knees. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, getting ready for your flow. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin towards the floor. Lift into cobra or up dog. Hold it. 2 breaths. Try to squeeze your glutes, open your chest, pull your shoulders back. 1 more breath. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale 1. Exhale 1. Good. Look forward. If you want to jump, you can jump or just step to the top of the mat. Take a forward fold. Relax the head. Halfway lift, so hands to shins or the floor. Look forward. Exhale, fold. Reach to the sky. Inhale. Hands to heart center. Exhale. Good. Hands to hips. You're going to step back so that you can turn to the long edge of your mat. So just step back with whichever foot allows you to still see your screen. And then take your toes facing slightly in and your heels facing out. Allow your shoulder blades to drop back and down, and take a little heart opener. So you can either bring your hands to your hips and squeeze your elbows together, or you can interlace your fingers and really lift and open your chest. Breathe and then fold to the floor, forward fold. Try not to lock out the knees. Really ground through the feet and allow the upper body and the head to fall down. So let gravity pull you here. Obviously, if you're interlacing the fingers, just reach the arms towards the head. And if your hands on hips, if you want to, you can just relax the arms to hang down. Even if you're in the interlace, you can relax the arms if you prefer. We're going to stay here for a little while. So we really want to get into the hamstrings and allow the upper body to relax. Remember, we all have those tough times. We all feel sometimes bored or easily disempowered. We need to ignite that energy. So think about whether that's you today. Think about if you need to ignite that energy inside of you. But maybe you feel like you've got too much going on at the moment. There's too much of that kind of extroverted energy and you kind of want to simmer it down. Then you can also use this practice to kind of express that energy. We're going to walk across towards the right foot. So if you're in the interlace, relax your hands. You're going to take your right hand onto your lower back, so the back of the hand onto the lower back. And then the left hand is going to grab somewhere on the outside of the right leg. So either the ankle if you've got open hamstrings, or somewhere on your thigh. Relax your head. And if you want to take it further, you're going to try and shine your heart to the sky. So a little bit of a twist. Remember not to lock out your knees again. Breathe. Good. 2 more. 1 more. Okay, relax the arms back down to the center, let the head hang. Walk across to the other side. So take the left back of the hand onto the tailbone and then reach the right arm somewhere onto your leg. If you're hanging out up here, that is fine, right? You're still grabbing onto your leg and opening your chest towards the sky. Try not to lock out the knees.
If the pelvis is hurting, maybe take a little bend in the right leg to allow the pelvis to reset. So just try to modify for what's good for you. As long as you're trying to shine your heart up and you feel a little bit of an opener in the hamstrings, you're where you need to be. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Okay, good. Bring the hands down to the center. And then just lift and straighten the arms. We're going to come to sit down, okay? So you either can just slide your feet out and sit down. So you just lower all the way down. Or if there's just too much, just get yourself down there. There's no specific perfect way in elemental yoga therapy. Your legs are going to be wide. They might be narrow. That's fine. Just get your legs into a comfortable, wide-legged position. Flex through your feet for me and try to lift out of your rib cage. You can have your hands at heart center or you can just relax them on your legs. You want your toes facing up and your legs facing up. So you don't want your knees to roll in or out. So try to focus your knees and your toes facing immediately upwards and try to keep lifting out of your rib cage. Good. Breathing in. Breathing out. 2 more breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. Yoga is just an expression of energy. It's a way for us to release stuff or to ignite stuff. Just stay with it. Trust in the process. Good. Okay, we're going to take a little twist. You're going to take your right hand over towards your left thigh. And then you're going to reach your left arm up and over. And you're kind of going towards the right. But you want to try and keep your feet engaged and your thighs engaged. You don't want them to hang out. You want to try and keep them flexed. You're going to reach your right elbow sort of towards the floor. It'll either rest on your thigh or it might rest on the floor as you open your left arm up. Now the key here is that you're not trying to kind of come down towards the foot. You're trying to open your heart, your sternum, towards the ceiling. So that's obviously harder to get your foot to rotate your chest up. So just focus on opening your chest. You should be feeling this nice kind of opening down the left side of the back of the rib cage. Breathe. Maybe open the mouth as you exhale. Good. Come up and over. So bring your left hand across towards the right thigh. Reach your right arm up and over and then settle back into it on the other side. Remember, you don't want to collapse the heart. You want to be opening the chest. Still activation in the legs. Feeling that opening down the back of the right side of the rib cage. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, coming up. We're going to take a twist now. So we're going to wring out the body. I want you to come across to the right. Take your right hand behind and take your left hand onto the outside of the right thigh. Then you can use your hand to kind of twist you over towards the right. If you want to take it further in the spine, you look over your right shoulder. Try and keep those feet active. Try and keep lifting and lengthening through the spine. And as you exhale, you kind of feel like you're twisting deeper. Inhale, you're lifting and lengthening. And exhaling, you're twisting deeper. 1 more breath. Very nice. Come back around to the center. Left hand out to the edge. Right hand to the left thigh. Lengthen and twist over towards the back of the space, looking towards your left shoulder. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Good. Come to the center for me. So remember I said the fire elements a lot are in the arms. So you can bring your feet together so they can come kind of either a little bit closer or you can come into butterfly legs for me. Whichever you feel kind of inclined to do right now. You're then going to open your arms to the side and flex your hands. So it's quite hard to get that immediate right angle in the hands, but there's going to be a bit of a pulling and a bit of a tension down through the forearm and in the wrists. That is what we want. So we want to build that energy. Try to either have the hands kind of spread wide or together. See what feels like you get the most out of it. Breathe. Good. Hold it. Good. Keep holding it. All right, let's take a little stretch. So flip them down. So feel this nice stretch through the wrists and the forearms. You can do it. Good. And then come together. All right, we're going to come into reverse table. So the knees come in and you plant the feet hip distance out in front of you. You take your hands back behind you with the fingertips facing forward, and you're going to lift up with the body. So you take lifting up. So your shoulders and your knees are going to try and stay in line. And ideally, you want to get your hips in line with your knees. You don't want to be dipping too much into the belly. You want to be pushing up, opening your chest and squeezing your glutes. Now try to push your index finger into the ground. Obviously the whole fingers want to be pushing down, but try to really push the index finger into the ground. Inhale. Good. 2 more breaths. And release. Bring the bum down. Good. You're going to straighten out your legs. You can either have the ankles touching or the feet hip distance. We're going to do the same thing with the arms, but we're going to take fists for a minute. So take the arms out to the sides and then just rotate the fists. So you've got fists with the hands and you're rotating the wrists. Good. Change direction. Try and keep your feet flexed for me, and try and keep your shoulders ideally in line with your hips. So you're not sort of hanging back here too much. You're lifting nice and forward. Then take your arms to the sky. Inhale. We're going to take a little forward fold. Exhale. Relax your hands down. Try to lengthen your back. So try not to round your spine, kind of lengthen your spine. And keep your neck nice and long. So we don't drop the head or lift it too far. Lengthen through the tailbone all the way up to the crown of the head. Try to keep your feet flexed. Breathing in. Breathing out. 1 more. Good. Okay, we're going to lean back now into our fish. So I want you to just come all the way down to the floor and take your hands, straight arms underneath your glutes, so underneath your bum. So you might have longer arms like me, and so the hands will be on the back of the thighs. Point your toes, engage your legs, bring your legs together so it's like you've got one leg. To lift into your fish, you have to really push off your arms, so your forearms, so your hands all the way up to your elbows, push into the ground, and then the upper part of your arms lift up. So you lift up your shoulders, so you push up, lift up your shoulders. Once you're there, you open and kick your head back. You don't want to be resting too much weight on the head. Big breath in. Stick out the tongue, lion's breath. Good, this is a fire breath. Inhale. Stick out the tongue. 2 more. Clear out all that energy, who cares? Last one. Good, lift your chin, tuck your chin, and then come all the way down. Very nice. Release your hands, and then take your arms out by the side. So our last pose before our really well-deserved Shavasana, you're going to relax your feet and your legs, and then you're going to flip your arms so your palms are facing down. Lengthen through your neck, and I want you to activate the backs of the inside of the arms into the ground. So you have to really try and push your shoulders and your hands into the ground. Now I want you to push your first finger, so your index finger, and your middle finger into the ground. You don't have to lift up the others. You can if you want to. You can kind of try to lift up the thumb, the ring finger, and the baby finger. Or you can just kind of have them pushing down but not as active. So we're trying to really get into the nerve endings and the pressure points of this part of the body that really kind of ignites energy or kind of allows an expression of energy if there's too much. So really push the index finger and the middle finger into the ground for me. Let's take 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. Good. Okay. If you had a chance to grab some pillows, you're just going to take them underneath you. So you roll up the pillow or you stack the pillows and you put them against your tailbone, and they're not going to be on your head. So ideally the pillow will kind of come up either to your middle back or it will come up to your neck so that you can kind of open your head so that your head can fall onto the floor. You then allow your arms to be out by the side. So imagine I've got a pillow underneath me here. I can just really relax back onto the pillow. I can have my arms out by the sides, and then I can widen my legs and just allow my hips and my feet to open. So come down into that position for me. If you've got one pillow or two pillows, whatever, it just kind of creates this beautiful heart opener. Now I want to take some time here to allow you to just decompress, to allow you to actually get those beautiful mindfulness and mental relaxation from yoga. So just settle in, take your time, get those pillows if you want to. I can show you. So you can either have a long pillow or you can have a short pillow. You can roll it up if you need to, just underneath, up to the tailbone. If you'd like to come into a butterfly, you can bring the soles of the feet together and allow the arms to kind of be in a bit of a cactus position. So this kind of 90-degree angle of the arms with the palms facing up, or you just have the legs straight and the arms still in cactus. So this just creates this beautiful opening across the chest. Now let's close down our eyes. We're going to come through a bit of a breathing practice. So take a deep breath in for me. Open the mouth, exhale. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, exhale. Full breath in. Slow exhale. Full breath in through the nose. And then just purse the lips to breathe out. In through the nose. Slightly purse the lips, exhale. Through the nose. Purse the lips. Good. Take a few of your own breaths in whatever way you want. And without using your hand to check, I want you to see if you can notice if you're breathing all the way into your belly or just into your throat and your chest. So see if you can get the belly to move as you breathe. And I'd like you to take a breath in and then exhale through the nose. And then a breath in. And then exhale through the mouth. A breath in. Exhale through the mouth. A breath in. Now we through the nose, exhale. A breath in. Through the mouth, exhale. A breath in. Through the mouth, exhale. Good. So it's a 3-part. So you breathe in through the nose and then out through the nose, 1. You breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, 2. You breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, 3. And then you start again. So take yourself through this for me. Guide yourself through it. Learn these techniques that you can use. Allow your body to open. Allow your mind to relax. Allow the body to be still. And try to avoid that distraction. Just really get lost in this focused breath. This 1, 2, 3 parts. First one, exhale through the nose. Second and third, exhale through the mouth. 3 normal standard breaths in. Keep moving through it. Stay focused. Fire energy tends to help with what's called our kind of immunity. So our pericardium is the muscle that protects the heart. So it's kind of like a case for the heart. And our immunity, and obviously can be in many forms. our ability to kind of fight off disease and infection in the physical form. But immunity in the mental form is this kind of resilience to this ever-changing energy in the world. Sometimes we feel high and sometimes we feel low. So fire is about kind of building that immunity and that defense system to remain in balance, to enjoy the small things in life, to actually feel the creativity and enjoy those elements, but to a normal level. But also to kind of ignite that so we don't get to a space where we feel we've lacked the lightness in life. We feel like we've lost that kind of lust and light to life. Stay with that breath for me. 1, 2, and 3. Wherever you are, we're going to take a few together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth. Inhale. Through the nose, exhale. Inhale. Through the mouth, exhale. Inhale. Through the mouth, exhale. Last one on your own. Now I'd like you to stop with the breathing exercise and allow your breath to be natural for these last few precious moments. Let the body just absorb and soak in the rebound of the breath. The breath has a lot of powerful effects, visceral effects on the respiratory, the nervous system, the neural pathways of the brain. So just tune in, check in, relax the body. Embrace any sensations, embrace any thoughts. Feel this numbness, this buzzing sensation across the body. And when you're ready, rolling to your right hand side, take your time, keep your eyes closed. And then come back up to a cross-legged, comfortable seated position for me. And then when you're there, bring your hands to prayer at the heart center and re-close down your eyes. And just bow your head down slightly, head to hands, brain to heart. And just remember that you have all of those qualities within you. We all have our own version of a fire element, our own version of power, desire, introvert, extrovert. We all have it. Just accept with who you are. Take a full breath in and exhale. Bow the shoulders towards the earth. Namaste, everybody. Well done. Thank you for joining me for Elemental Yoga Therapy. If you had a good time, or there's some feedback or anything you want to say, or just say hi, please write in the chat. It's nice to know you're out there. I miss seeing everybody. Reminder, I'm Charlie from Deep Tide, so deep.tide or deeptide.co.uk. And I'm running a course soon, and I teach this class every week. So thank you so much. Next week we'll be working into our fifth and final element, and then we go back through the whole cycle again with different moves. So it's a new thing. Well, it's not a new practice, but it might be new for you. It's applying yoga to mental health. So I hope you enjoyed. So yes, thank you everyone for joining us. It's always a pleasure.
Well, whoever you are, wherever you are out there, thank you so much, and I hope to see you all again soon. Have a lovely rest of your Thursday. Bye bye.